Hello folks, this is Joe Samo from San Diego. It is raining in San Diego, believe it or not. So if you hear some raindrops, it's too exciting. I had to do this outside. All right, let's do it. So try this one on your own and then hit the pause button. We'll do it together. All right, I hope you tried it on your own. Let's do it together. And it says that C to D is 5 and B to C is 13. It also gave us that that's a right angle and this guy up here is a right angle. So by the way, if this is a right angle here, then this has to be a right angle because those two angles there have to equal 180 degrees. We have here 3 right triangles, by the way. We have the whole thing's a right triangle with the right angle up there of B. The other right triangle is this tiny guy right here. The other right triangle is right here with the right angle at D and the hypotenuse at AB. With this right triangle here, we have a 5 and the hypotenuse is 13. So that's going to be 5 squared plus B squared equals 13 squared. Now right away I notice this is going to be a 5, 12, 13 right triangle with 13 as the hypotenuse. But let's do it the long way. Right there, 5 squared is 25 plus B squared equals 13 squared. 13 squared is 169. We subtract 25 from each side. We get B squared equals 144. And the square root of 144 is 12. So B equals 12, which means that from B to D, that is 12. So we now have that side. Let's call A to B X and A to D Y. And what we know is with those other 2 right triangles, let's start with the right triangle that goes A to D to B with AB as the hypotenuse. We know that we're going to have Y squared plus 12 squared, which is 144, equals X squared. Then let's do the big right triangle. The big right triangle meaning, A to B, that's one leg, B to C, that's the other leg, and then the hypotenuse is this leg way down there. Okay, that's the big right triangle. We have X squared plus 13 squared, and we know 13 squared is 169. And this is where it gets tricky. The hypotenuse of the big right triangle is Y plus 5 because from A to D is Y and from D to C is 5. So the hypotenuse is Y plus 5. And of course it's squared, right? Because it's A squared plus B squared equals C squared. We have 2 more equations. We have Y squared plus 144 equals X squared, and we have X squared plus 169 equals Y plus 5 squared. Because we have the X squared there, we might as well just substitute Y squared plus 144 every time we see X squared. So let's go up here and do that. We then get Y squared plus 144 plus 169 equals Y plus 5 squared. The Y plus 5 squared, let's do that over here. Y plus 5 squared, you do it the long way, plus Y times Y plus 5 squared. You want to do the FOIL. The first is Y squared. The outer is Y and 5, which is 5Y. The inner is 5Y. And the last is 5 times 5, which is 25. And then 5Y plus 5Y is 10Y. So that equation is going to be 5Y plus 10Y plus 25. So we put that up here. We get Y squared plus, and then 144 plus 169 is 313. So Y squared plus 313 equals Y squared plus 10Y plus 25. And then at that point, we could, the Y squared and Y squared cancels. We could subtract 25 to each side. We get 288 equals 10Y. And then we divide 10 to each side. And then Y equals 28.8. All right, that's a cool number. So Y equals 28.8. And then if you recall, we have here a couple equations. This equation right here, we had Y squared plus 144 equals X squared. So now, at that point, then, we would get 28.8 squared plus 144 equals X squared. And then we could use a calculator here. 829.44 plus 144 equals x squared. 829.44 plus 144 equals 973.44 equals x squared. And then we need the square root of 973.44, 31.2. All right, so x is then 31.2. And y is 28.8, and then there's that little space 5 there. Well, let's just do this. Let's just draw this whole triangle one more time. Okay, we have this side is 13, this was 5, this was 28.8, and this is 31.2. So to calculate the perimeter of the triangle ABC, we would just simply add all that up. 0.2 and 0.8, that's 1.0. That's 2, 10, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's the answer. 78. The perimeter of that guy is 78. That's a fun equation. If you want to get better at this, hit this playlist to keep your geometry practice going. I promise you'll get a lot better if you keep practicing. All right? Keep up the great work, friends.